So you're ready to start a budget, but maybe you don't know what kind of platform you should be using. Today, I'm breaking it down to share the different budgeting platforms out there and which one you should choose. Hey guys, I'm Marissa and welcome back to my channel. Here on my channel, we talk about life and money and how you can enjoy life while still accomplishing financial goals through the use of a budget. So if you would like to learn more about budgeting, then scroll down and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any new videos. If you guys have been here for a while, then you know that I am super passionate about budgeting, and I actually share my personal budget here on YouTube. I'll leave a link to that playlist up above and you can check it out. But me and my husband, we budget every single month because we like to have a plan for our money, and that is how we are able to track our income, expenses, see how our financial goals are doing, and it keeps us in check with our finances to ensure that we are still working on our financial goals. I also am totally under the mindset that a budget is not restrictive, but instead it gives you the permission to spend, and so we include fun things in our budget too, like vacations, eating out, and a lot of other fun things. So budgeting is just simply a plan for your money, and I would highly recommend for anyone to start a budget. And so one of the questions that I get asked most often is, what kind of budgeting platform should I be using? Like, how should I set up my budget? So let's talk about some different options, and then I'll share which one you should choose. First, you can budget in Excel. Now, this is actually the route that we go with our household budget, but I also used to be an accountant by day. I have a degree in accounting, and I really enjoy Excel. So I like having it set up to have formulas that automatically adjust when you can update your budget. And so I'm a huge fan of budgeting in Excel, and that way I can make adjustments to my budget really easily, and then I have all the formulas that will then recalculate things, and then I can look at my budget workbook and see years past. So I really enjoy having my budget in Excel. I've actually shared my budget spreadsheet that I use personally for my budget. I've shared that on my Etsy shop, and you guys can check it out there. You can purchase it as an instant download. It works in Excel, Google Sheets, everything. So I'll have a link to it in the description box down below, and you can check it out there. And so that's the budget template that I use, and I'm a huge fan of budgeting in Excel. The second option is to budget using pencil and paper. Now, for those who are old school and like to be able to write everything down, then this is a great option for you. Every month you can print out a budget sheet and fill in for every category. Make sure that you use pencil, because if you have any updates that you want to do, it'd be best if you could go back and erase it and make those changes really easily. And then every month you can print out a new worksheet and start a new budget. Pretty simple, pretty old school. I mean, this is the way that like my grandparents were budgeting back in the day, and it gets the job done. And there are some people who just really like to have everything handwritten. I actually do have a printable budget template that you can do like pencil and paper for. I'll have a link to that as well in the description box, so you can check it out there. It's really cute. I have it designed all cute. I think it's nice. So if you want to go the paper and pencil route, then you can check out my template that I'll leave down below. The third option is to use a budgeting app. With a budgeting app, you can check out your budget in real time with your phone, on your computer, and you always have it with you on the go. So I do really enjoy that feature. There are several budgeting apps out there, but I'd say probably the most used ones include You Need a Budget, or YNAB is what it's also referred to as. There's also EveryDollar, which is Dave Ramsey's budgeting platform, as well as Mint. That's another one. Some of these, I believe, have free versions, and others are paid for that have more features, so that's something to be aware of as well. I really like the ease of use that comes with a budgeting app, and the fact that you can view it at all times, like on your phone or wherever you may be. But there also are a couple hiccups to budgeting apps. Some features of budgeting apps will track all of the purchases that you've made on a card, and it will then automatically assign it a category that it thinks that you spent money on. But the problem there is that it may not always get that category right. For example, I actually do use Mint to track like my net worth. I like being able to see my total net worth, and I actually do have my cards set up with Mint, so sometimes I'll get like an alert to be like, oh, you've actually overspent like more than what you normally spend on like this certain category. Like, and it'll do the most random things. Like one month it was like, you spent $700 on childcare, and I was like, I don't use childcare, so I'm not sure where you got that information. So there are a few funky things like that, as well as if you ever go to like Costco and you're spending on household and grocery, it may like lump it all together in one. So if you do decide to go that route with using an app, it's important for you to not just like set it and forget it. You still need to be checking in with your budget and reconciling your expenses, which may mean going into the app and assigning them specific categories. So using a budgeting app is not an excuse to be lazy about budgeting. Another budgeting app that's also supplemental for, I think, even using Excel and paper and pencil is an app called Cube Money. I recently shared about Cube Money and I did a full review on them. I'll leave a link to that up above. But this is a really cool app that basically is like electronic cash envelopes. I've shared before that I do not like to use cash envelopes. I don't like to have cash on me. The awesome thing with Cube Money is that you use their app and you can set up digital cash envelopes or buckets or cubes or whatever you want to call it. And then you set an amount that you want to spend on each category for the month. And you get a special debit card that comes with the Cube Money app, which then anytime you want to make like a purchase out of your food category, you can simply tap the food category in your app and then swipe your card and it'll take that money out of the food category. So in some ways, this really is a budgeting app where you can set certain amounts for each category, like cash envelopes. But I also think that it goes like hand in hand with even doing other budgeting methods like Excel or pencil and paper. So I'll leave that video linked down below for like the full review of Cube Money and how it all works, because it is a newer app, but it's really, really cool. And I will also leave a link to sign up for Cube Money as well. They have a free feature as well as a paid version, so you guys can check it out with the link down below. And so now, what you're all waiting for, which budgeting platform method do I recommend? Simply whichever one is going to be easiest for you and keep you motivated on your budgeting journey. Some people love Excel and some people get really intimidated by it. And if you're intimidated by it, don't use Excel, find a different budgeting method. Find something that's going to make budgeting easiest for you. And like I previously mentioned with an app can be really, really helpful, but it also unintentionally could make you a little bit lazy with your budgeting because you may not be checking in with it constantly. So I don't care what platform you pick, just pick the one that's going to be easiest for you and keep you motivated to keep budgeting on your financial journey. So I hope that that was helpful for you in deciding which budgeting platform you should use. Again, I will leave links to all the things that I talked about down in the description box and you can check them out there. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. Leave me a comment down below and let me know which budgeting platform you prefer or which one you're going to start using. And I will look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.